Hi, welcome to Gridbusters. So it's a roasting hot day. I'm really keen to get on with things. Nothing happened on Friday, I was just too hot. I also got stuck in the shops buying materials for the project. But today what I want to do is get on with sanding these walls down, getting some paint on the walls as well. Once I've sanded them down, I will need to give them a second fill because plasterboard filler will actually shrink slightly when it dries and it leaves little dents in where the filler has been applied. I'll put a cutaway shot to it, not quite sure how it will come out. But so once I've sanded that down, I will need to apply another very, very thin second coat, sand that down, then I can paint it. So the first job today is going to be clearing this room out of all of the junk. There's loads of junk accumulated here, so I need to clear all this out, get it all bagged up, all the rubbish, and then I can get sanding. Okay, so on with some sanding. Luckily I do have a power sander and I also have it hooked up to a shop vac. Really important when using these things, especially in an enclosed space, plus you don't get so dirty. This shop vac actually is connected directly to the sander, so when I turn on the sander, the shop vac automatically comes on, and when I turn off the sander, the shop vac actually turns off as well, which is pretty cool. On with the sanding. God, that's a hot job. Something's happened to the sander. Look, if I turn it on. Shouldn't make that noise. Something has broken. Okay, I guess we need to take it apart and have a look. Okay, so I'm back in the workshop. Something wrong with the sander. It started operating at like half power, and then it started shaking all over the place, you know, at a low speed. So I just stopped because I didn't want to it to break anymore. So need to take it apart. Maybe it's blocked with dust or something. Not quite sure. So yeah, I need to find out what's going on with this. So I'm just going to take it apart. I don't want to remove this Velcro pad on the top because I've only just put this on and I don't have a spare one. It has come unstuck there slightly. So. So this is the stick-on Velcro pad, and then you put the sandpaper on here. I'm gonna have to peel it off. Right, okay. Let's, hopefully I don't have to take it all the way off. Is unscrewed. And oh my gosh, what's happened here? Ha! So that is all that is left of the bearing. Ha! Wow. Okay, so do you see that? That's all that's left of the bearing. So the bearing has completely self-destructed. Let's see if we can get this out. Wow. Okay, so for whatever reason, that is all that is left of the bearing. Crazy, really. So luckily I do have some bearings in stock. So I'm going to put a new bearing on. Here we go. There we go. Get a bit of dust there. Okay, so that should, in theory, now work. So, let's screw this back together again and see if that works. I had some spare bearings because I had another tool. So this was an oscillating tool I had where the bearing completely seized up, and I didn't know which size to get of bearing, even though I measured it and I got a set and they were the wrong one. So I just got a whole different set, all different sizes. So I've actually got loads of bearings in stock, which is actually proving to be really useful. Considering like a whole pack of, I think there's 10 bearings in, see I've got like 2 different sizes here. A set of 10 bearings like this costs about 11 euros, so they're not very expensive. So it's well worth keeping these things in stock. And if you need to get a bearing off, by the way, this one had literally just dissolved. But I've had bearings before which have been very difficult to get off, and you do need this special puller device which will pull a bearing off. Again, these are about 10 euros, not very expensive. So it's always useful to have one of those. And the moment of truth, is it going to work? Yay, it works. Right, well, we can get back to work now. Okay, I've got the last bit of English paint here. I found a half tub tucked away in the corner of my workshop. So I'm going to use this up first before I start with the French paint. So let's get this hallway finished. So finished most of the painting. A couple of small areas to do. Just next to this oak beam I need to get a small roller from the store just so I can get into that crack there. Plus the corners haven't been done yet because the filler isn't quite dry. Hopefully tomorrow it will be dry enough to give it a light sand and then I can paint those corners. Now interesting, the French paint, big improvement over how it was, you know, about 10 or 15 years ago when I last tried it. And again, you know, this paint does come from a professional shop. It did require 3 coats. So that is the thing. The UK stuff would have only required 2 coats because that's what I used in the hallway. And it is a lot more runny. And sometimes runny paint can be good because it's quick to get it on, but it is a little bit more messy. But you know, I quite liked the French paint. It was pretty good. It was very quick to put up, you know, so but it was a lot thinner. However, it is stupidly expensive, more than twice the price of the professional paint in the UK, which is crazy. So I will be buying some UK paint next time I go back to the UK, so I have some in stock for next time. But yeah, for an emergency use, the French professional paint is okay, just a little bit pricey. So that's the end of the video today. In the next video, we're going to start getting into some of the electrics. That's where it's going to get interesting. I need to do the second fix electrics in here and also in the stairwell. Also going to be starting to put in the fuse box or the breaker panel. So that's in the next video. Remember, if you like this video, to like and subscribe if you want to see future updates. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it there and I'll catch you next time.